Hey, my name is Caitlin Reddy. I'm here to give my persuasive speech, and I've chosen to do it on physician-assisted suicide. When someone thinks of euthanasia, they usually think of euthanizing an animal, but I'm not talking about a beloved pet. According to LifeSmart, euthanasia is a Greek word meaning good death, and in the cases of the people that usually choose euthanasia or physician-assisted suicide, that couldn't be more true. The euthanasia that I'm referring to is the physician-assisted suicide method that people with chronic illnesses choose. Physician-assisted suicide should be a right that every person has access to. Kathy Gulley writes in her article, The New Pro-Choice, how would we respond if our bodies were occupied in a way we didn't choose? And how much suffering could we endure? Physician-assisted suicide is a great thing to consider voting into law for several reasons. A great example is that of Brittany Maynard, which is this woman right here. She was a 29-year-old California woman who was diagnosed with an inoperable brain tumor that would have eventually killed her. She would have been rendered deaf, blind. She would have had seizures, strokes up until the end. It's unfortunate that Brittany and her family had to move all the way to Oregon to ensure the life-ending drugs that she needed. So she picked up her life in California and moved all the way to Oregon just to die a better death, and that's unfortunate. After moving, Brittany and her family settled into life and tried to live the best that they could with the time that she had left. Interviewed by People magazine in 2014, Brittany said, "I don't want to die, but I am dying. My cancer is going to kill me. And it's a terrible, terrible way to die. So to have control of my mind, which I would stand to lose, to go with dignity is less terrifying." In the same interview, she is stated as saying, "I look into both options I have to die, and I feel this is far more humane." On November 1st, Brittany Maynard woke up and suffered a seizure. And so that day, she chose to end her life. Brittany Maynard ended her life in Oregon under the Physician-Assisted Suicide Act, and she was surrounded by her family and her dogs, whom she loved very much. In conclusion, because of the Death with Dignity Act, Brittany Maynard and others have been able to end their terminally ill lives without having to suffer, and that's a great thing. I mean, you shouldn't want anyone to suffer, but they should not have to travel out of the country or to a different state to do it. They should be able to do it in their home, on their time, and feel comfortable doing it, and feel comfortable in knowing that no one's going to come after their family members for helping them do that. Brittany Maynard, these are all pictures of her and her family and friends. Again, a great reason to vote this law into office. As of now, Oregon is the only state to recognize death with dignity. Andrew Lewis writes that in 1994, 51% of voters supported the Death with Dignity Act, and 60% reaffirmed it in 1997. The law recognized the right of terminally ill patients to end their suffering legally and painlessly.